hopefully this and then national anthem. Here we go, crochet. Or we can be done. Thanks, Lewis. Then it's going to be the national anthem.
Now please rise as you are able and remove your caps as we honor America by singing our national anthem. Please stay standing as we sing Lift Every Voice, performed by Known MPLS.
What? seated, everybody. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome. Graduates, distinguished guests. My name is Joan Gable. I'm the president of the University of Minnesota, and I am very happy to be with all of you today. Let's give our class of 23 their first special welcome. Graduates, it's your graduation day, and we couldn't be more proud, more honored, more humbled to stand with you as you complete the incredible journey that you've been on over these last few years. I want to extend my sincere appreciation to all of your professors, advisors, and all of those, including your parents, friends, families, supporters, who have guided you along the way. Because navigating life in the best of times is a team sport, but you went through school during extraordinary times by any measure. And so thank you to everyone with us here today and those cheering you on right here or from afar. Let's give all of your supporters, graduates, a round of applause. I also want to take a moment to recognize the students we lost this year who will forever be in our hearts and will forever carry the Gopher spirit. To our families and to all who called them friends or mentors, to the students, faculty, and staff of our university, we bow our head with you today and stand with you tomorrow. I also want to acknowledge that the University of Minnesota Twin Cities is built within the traditional homelands of the Dakota people. It is important to acknowledge the people on whose lands we live, learn, and work as we seek to improve and strengthen our relations with our tribal nations. Graduates, in the spirit of composer Burt Bacharach, who the world lost earlier this year and would have been 95 today, it is my wish that there will always be something there to remind you of your time at the University of Minnesota, on the path before you of promise, of optimism, of a future that has all kinds of opportunities available because of what you have navigated and achieved during these unique times. So I encourage you and I challenge you to continue to be bold and inspired, and I look forward to seeing all the things you're going to accomplish in the months and years ahead. And I also hope you know that you can always come home to the University of Minnesota, where we are wholly and utterly proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2023. So at this time, I have the distinct honor of introducing someone who needs no introduction at an event like this. Since arriving in the Senate, Amy Klobuchar has earned a reputation as an effective, results-driven legislator, willing to reach across the aisle to get things done. In the last Congress, she distinguished herself as the senator with the most bipartisan bills, and Vanderbilt University has ranked her as one of the most effective senators in Congress. She's worked to expand higher education opportunities while fighting for stronger federal support to make higher education affordable. She knows our future success as a state and a nation depends on ensuring that quality education is accessible and affordable for everyone. It's my honor to introduce U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar.
Wow. Okay, this was one of the most joyful graduations to watch all of you enter. You should have it outside more often. I actually loved it, and I love the wind. It just creates a lot of drama out there until your mortarboard comes off. And you are so far as a great accomplishment, class of 2023. There is enough pride and joy in this crowd that you've stopped the rain. So that's a pretty impressive first act. I want to thank President Gable. I'm so looking forward, as I know you are, to hear the speech from our great Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, a good friend. And I want to thank you for allowing me to have a reason to leave Washington, D.C. today, where there's just a few things going on, but it was really nice to leave the red and blue conflict zone and don the U of M maroon instead. So, Thank you to the faculty and staff gathered here today. The success of these students is your success too. To all the family members up there, enjoy this special time, and I know you are never going to forget the moment when your graduate received their diploma. And to the graduating class, congratulations. This is your day, and you better enjoy it. You are getting your degrees from a first-class university. You think about the people that graduated from here: Senator Eugene McCarthy, Whitney Young, Ann Carlson, disability rights activist, Earl Bakken, the founder of Medtronic, and Stefan Bancel, the CEO of Moderna. So that's no burden on your shoulders. We just expect you to invent the next vaccine. So whether you are graduating from the College of Education and Human Development, I knew that would work to list you guys first, the Carlson School of Management, the College of Liberal Arts, the College of Continuing and Professional Studies, the College of Design, and everyone else. You have a lot to be proud of today. I was just supposed to have examples. The University of Minnesota has a lot of pride in our family. My husband got his undergraduate degree here. He taught a class at the law school. My dad graduated from journalism school. And by the way, he had so little money back then that he would send his laundry to his mom, my grandma, up in Ely every week, and she would do it and send it back. That is a true story. As graduates, I think you understand that power of education. For me, it has been everything. My grandpa worked 1,500 feet underground up north. He never got to graduate from high school. He saved money in a coffee can in the basement to send my dad to a 2-year community college and then to get his 4-year degree at the U of M. My dad went on to be a sports reporter, a newspaper columnist, and in 1976 he put out a book that is sadly still relevant today called Will the Vikings Ever Win the Super Bowl? My mom was a teacher who taught 2nd grade until she was, you guys are good, until, I think you put you in front for a reason, until she was 70 years old. I still have students come up to me on the street and tell me she was their favorite teacher. But the story of education, I stand before you today as a granddaughter of an iron ore miner who never got to finish high school, the daughter of a 2nd grade teacher and a newspaper man with a University of Minnesota degree, and the first woman elected to the United States Senate from the state of Minnesota. That is the power of education. And you are graduating at an unparalleled moment. A world recovering from a global pandemic, soul-crunching technology changes, a reckoning on justice and democracy, and you are graduating at a time when a war in Ukraine, righteously supported by democracies across the world, is demonstrating both the fragility and the resiliency of the democracy which you are inheriting. People have a habit of saying, I've been at many of these graduations when people say you enter the real world. But graduates, as graduates of graduate students, I think you know you have already been living in it. Like your families, you've dealt with obstacles. You studied hard, you worked together. Some of you pursued your education while working full-time jobs, raising kids. I saw a few of them come in when you entered the stadium, taking care of your own parents. You figured out how to use the mute button better than your professors, and a whole lot better than US senators, let me tell you. And together with grit and determination, you got through it. As you move to the next challenge, my challenge for you is something that one of the most memorable poems I ever heard in my life that was recited by its author, Amanda Gorman, the youngest inaugural poet in our nation's history, on the inauguration stage. She reminded us in that bright yellow coat under that blue sky of the importance of moving ahead when she said, "Find light in this never-ending shade." And one of the things that you learn at a place like the U is that there is so much light. There's light in getting to know people that maybe you would have never known if you didn't come to this great university. There's light in talking to people that maybe you don't agree with all the time, or even a lot of the time, and getting to know them as friends, or at least being able to engage in a debate about issues or ideas or what our country means. There's light in recognizing that the path to higher ground begins with finding common ground. And there is light in using your hard-earned degrees from this university to go out in the world and do good. So I'm going to end with this, because I'm going to invite you all to my office. Every Thursday morning, we invite the entire state of Minnesota and friends to breakfast, and stop by. And when you stop by, you'll see a picture hanging on the wall. And it is a woman, and she is getting handed to her a globe. And it's handed to her by an angel. And the words read, "In my dream, the angel shrugged and said, if we fail this time, it will be a failure of imagination." And then she placed the world gently in the palms of my hands. Well, we today are placing the world in the palms of your hands. And I cannot tell you, from just my knowledge of knowing the state and knowing our country, how much we need you. We need you in business. We need you in school. We need you. We need you in professions across this land. And mostly, we need you to do good and be part of this light in the shade. You are the next generations of Minnesota's and America's leaders as we come together out of our 300 million silos in the United States of America. We must be committed to the ideal that what unites us is so much bigger than what divides us. This is your day. This is your celebration. Have fun. And the rain is holding off because it's your day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Senator Klobuchar. We sincerely appreciate you being with us today and sharing this important day with our graduates. So friends, at this time, I'm very pleased to welcome our student speaker, Neil Mendonça, to the podium. Neil is receiving his Master of Education in Sport. in Sport Management in the School of Kinesiology. Neil was born in India and raised in Hong Kong, and is now an active member of our community since starting school at the University of Minnesota, and I know we're all excited to hear from him today. Welcome, Neil.
Wow. Good evening, platform party, loved ones in the crowd, faculty, distinguished alumni, and the class of 2023. Thank you for the honor of speaking today. Before I continue, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge my parents, who have traveled about 22 hours from India to be here. And my brother, Manav, who had an even longer journey from Eagan, Minnesota. If the three of you could please stand up, they're sitting right there. Papa, Mama, Manav, without your endless support, I would not have been here today, and I would not have been able to face the challenges of the past few years. So thank you for having my back, for encouraging me to follow my own dreams, and for always reminding me to look at the bigger picture. The next few minutes are dedicated to you. Yes, yes. To my friends and to my mentors in the audience or watching the live stream, thank you for being huge parts of my journey. Choosing to leave my home and travel across the world is the hardest decision I've made in my life so far. And I know that there are others here who share these same sentiments. But I have been blessed with a support system here and around the world who have treated me like family. A simple thank you will never be enough, but regardless, thank you. Once again, hello everyone. As President Gable just said, my name is Neil Douglas Mendonça, son of Evans Francisco Jesus Mendonça and Asha Nambiar Mendonça, born in Bangalore, India, raised in RCB, raised in Asia's world city of Hong Kong, and forever proud to call both my home. For the past 7 years, Minnesota has been my adoptive home, first as a maverick in Mankato, and for the past year and a half, a gopher. But that's enough about me. You're probably gonna forget me a few days from now, but I promise I'm going to make this ceremony special for everyone. And I'm gonna do that by hitting all the cliches of a graduation speech. I've already used a public stage for a private moment. I promise not to keep this short and sweet. I'm going to quote a famous person. I'm going to give unsolicited advice. And I'm going to remind graduates that today is the first day of your lives and the future is bright. So sit back, relax, and if you feel like zoning out, think of where Paul Bunyan's axe has been the past couple of years. If you know, you know. I wrote a similar speech a few years ago, hoping to be the commencement speaker at my undergraduate graduation. Wow, words. But sadly, the pandemic prevented that ceremony from occurring. As I was looking through the text of that speech, I began reflecting on my own journey and the things that have shaped me as a person. What kept coming back are the ideas of living with a sense of purpose and living out my childhood dreams. Now, I should also mention that my first childhood dream was to be a fire truck. You heard that right, not a fireman, fire truck. Everyone grows up with a dream, thinking that they'll change the world. But somewhere along the way, passion tends to give way to the harsh realities of life. People stop dreaming and lose their sense of purpose. We as human beings have a tendency of straying away from our aspirations and ambitions. We often ask ourselves, what difference are we going to make? What can one person do that 8 billion others cannot? I remember a time in community college in Hong Kong when I was told by my advisor, who I really looked up to at the time, that I wouldn't amount to anything. And you see, that scared me right to my core. That scared me because at the time, I was not the smartest in any room. I was not athletic. I was not the best at anything. I built a world of self-doubt, fearing failure and not living up to my potential. I'm standing here, a manifestation of passion and grit, because I decided not to listen to that one person who told me to stop dreaming and believing in myself. Thank you. I chose to listen to my community, my parents and brother, who are my biggest role models and are living examples of the saying, forged by fire. My professors who have never faltered in their support and whose impact immeasurable. My colleagues, few of whom are graduating and few supporting me from afar. My friends in the audience, watching the live stream and watching in spirit. They are all massive parts of my community. The community that has reignited my sense of purpose. The community that continues to motivate me to be better than I was yesterday. The community that gets me out of bed every single day. There are so many motivational speakers who say, prove your doubters wrong, but today I want to say we proved our believers right. And graduates, I'd like for us to express our appreciation for our communities and all that they have done for us. So if you could all turn to the crowd and look at a familiar face, whether that is a loved one or a professor Or if you want to acknowledge the camera for the live stream, you can look right there. Now, take this moment to appreciate your community in your own way. Whether that is a little thumbs up, a little heart, a hug, however you want to do it. I'm turning to my family, a few friends, professors, and mentors sitting over there to show mine. My friends, your dreams are never, ever impossible to reach. We are all here for a reason. We are all here to leave a legacy. We are all so fortunate to have access to a world-class education that has taken us to new heights, breaking brick walls and shattering glass ceilings along the way. So let's use the platform that we've been given, and let's leave a legacy that we can all be proud of. To paraphrase the greatest man to ever live, Ryan Reynolds, don't expect success, prepare for it. Someone once told me that your time in college is more about setting the table than it is about eating the fruits. Well, guess what? It's time to feast. Trust your skills, never ever stop betting on yourself, and have the courage to drown out the what-ifs to change the world. I'm gonna repeat that once more. Trust your skills, never ever stop betting on yourself, and have the courage to drown out the what-ifs to change the world. Thank you. It's been an honor of a lifetime to be up here today. Once again, congratulations to everyone graduating. Skayuma, row the boat. Go Gophers! Yeah!
Thank you, Neil. That was awesome. We are so proud of you and your classmates, and we're just thrilled to celebrate all of you today. So now, friends, we're also very excited to have the Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota with us today. My friend Peggy Flanagan is Minnesota's 50th Lieutenant Governor, a member of the White Earth Band of Ojibwe, and currently the country's highest-ranking Native woman elected to executive office. Let's give that a round of applause. The Lieutenant Governor is also a 2002 alum of the university with a degree in child psychology and a minor in American Indian Studies. We are thrilled she could join us today. Lieutenant Governor.
Well, good afternoon. I am so excited to be here with all of you. I decided to wear my subtle and small earrings for the occasion. And I just wanted to note that the last time I was here in this stadium, Beyonce was on this stage. So this is the closest that I will ever be to being Beyonce. So thank you, University of Minnesota. And I expect that the education crowd is going to get a little rowdy for that, because that's been your role, and you never disappoint. So, Bonjour, Anine. My name is Peggy Flanagan. I am honored and humbled to be your Lieutenant Governor, but I am also honored and humbled to be a graduate of the University of Minnesota. I am a Gopher through and through, and in fact, I saw Goldie somewhere around here, and I'm assuming that at some point he'll be riding a Segway through the crowd, so that's something for us to look forward to. And I just wanted to say I can wing it, I can improvise as long as I can, but I need my words to start popping up here on the teleprompter so I don't have to fake it until I make it. Here we go. They're not there. It's fine. It's all good. I can do this forever. I would love to see Paige from my team, who has my remarks. It really matters. Thank you very much. Give it up for Paige. She is a gusty, but we will let her off the hook today. All right, so it feels great to be here. Woo, I'm relieved. I was like, I don't have 12 minutes of improvisation, but like I would give it my best. So you have all worked incredibly hard to get here to this moment, to become thoughtful and knowledgeable leaders across a spectrum of professions. And I will not go ahead and name all the colleges, but just know that yours is my favorite. We are here to celebrate one of your expertises, the one listed on your diploma. But I'd also like to take this moment to recognize all of the expertises you have and you hold. Because as I stand here before you, I am in awe of all of your expertise, all of the expertise in this space. When we think about experts, we tend to think of people who look or act or feel a certain way, people with more credentials and awards and publications and degrees. But even as you graduate today, sometimes it can be hard for us to think of ourselves as experts. But one crucial thing that I've learned throughout my professional and personal journey is that your story has been preparing you for this very moment. And that sounds a lot like expertise to me. My own story starts in the community of St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Give it up, Lou Park, thank you. Where I grew up with my mom. We relied on public programs to make ends meet. We used a Section 8 housing voucher, used childcare assistance, and what we called food stamps back in the day, which is now called the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program. That housing voucher put a roof over our heads. SNAP and free and reduced price lunch at school kept my belly full. Childcare assistance made it possible for my mom to go back to school and to become a phlebotomist. And I am here with you today, not despite those programs, but because of them. But that little girl with a different colored lunch ticket didn't know that she was on a path to become lieutenant governor. I didn't want to be a fire truck, but I wanted to be a ballerina nurse, which is exactly what it sounds like. I am a member of the White Earth Band of Ojibwe and the highest ranking Native woman to ever be elected to executive office in the country. And what's most important about that is to know that I am an Indigenous woman in every single room that I walk into. My whole life as an Anishinaabe-Kwe, I have seen the ways in which some places and spaces did not reflect me or my culture, the way those spaces didn't often welcome people like me. I felt it working in systems that were not built by or for Native people. I saw it as a little girl in the curriculum in my classrooms, in the teachers at the front of the room. And in fact, the very first time I had a Native teacher was my sophomore year right here at the University of Minnesota, in a class with the phenomenal Dr. Brenda Child at the front of the room. And let me tell you, that changed everything. Because growing up, I didn't see many people like me in positions of power, like experts. And because of that, I had a hard time seeing it in myself. I would sit in rooms with powerful people where decisions were being made, and I made myself small, and I stayed quiet. I would listen to powerful people like one very well-connected lobbyist who still works at the Capitol, by the way, who started talking about those people. People who relied on public programs to make ends meet, people who live in bad neighborhoods, people who didn't reliably vote. But let's be real. She was talking about people of color and about Native people. That was the moment that I realized that for those people, because I am those people, and those people are my people, that I had to stand up. So I literally stood up. I told her how my expertise shaped my understanding, how public programs helped my family and supported my mom, who's amazing, and got me where I am today. How when campaigns are knocking on doors and asking people for their vote, most of the time those bad neighborhoods got skipped. How systems are so disconnected from people in crisis that they make it difficult to access even the most minimal resources just needed to survive. And then I left the room, I went to the bathroom, I used my inhaler, and I cried. But that day was a turning point for me, because as I wiped my tears, I finally could deeply feel that I am an expert in my own life, and sharing those expertises can be really hard. My job was and continues to be to show up as my full self and to be a voice for folks like me, and to hold the door wide open for those who come after me. Because when we make decisions about public programs like SNAP and child care assistance, it matters to have the perspectives of those who relied on those programs in the room. When we work to build strong government-to-government relationships with the 11 tribal nations who share their geography with Minnesota, the sovereign nations represented by the plaques on the plaza right outside, we can't do that without engaging in meaningful consultation with tribal leaders. And we talk about seeing women, more women, particularly Native women and women of color in positions of power. It matters when you are the first or the second, because you are paving the way for the third and the fourth and the 10th and the 60th until it is simply our normal and how we exist. So I started taking up a little more, you can clap for that, that's all right. So I started taking up a little bit more space at meetings, would literally spread my notebook and my water bottle and my mug out on the table. And my degree from the University of Minnesota in child psychology and American studies absolutely is part of my expertise. But my story is also part of my expertise. And when I started sharing my story, the full story, the raw story, I saw that by changing the experiences that we brought into the room where decisions are made, we could have meaningful change for the people that we serve. There are many things that I am not. I am not a farmer. I didn't grow up in greater Minnesota. I didn't serve in the military or the National Guard. I am not deaf or hard of hearing. There are a million experiences that I've never had and people that I've never been. And yet, my role asked me to make decisions that impact the lives of individuals and communities every single day. And as we recognize our own expertise, it becomes critical that we recognize the truth and the expertise in others as well. People know what is needed in their families and communities, and they know what solutions will work for them. You are all getting a degree today that names one of your expertises, but just one. As you consider all the ways in which you are an expert, your challenge is to treat the people around you as experts too. When we recognize that people have lived experiences and are experts in their own lives, it changes how we listen and it changes how we ask questions. Then you start to notice which experts aren't present, which stories aren't being told, the complicated pasts and presents that are embedded in the systems we all operate in and that need to be brought to the surface. And when you notice who's missing, you can then bring the people who are most impacted to the table, to the center of your decisions, knowing that they are essential, they are experts in their own lives, and they are essential to the equitable decision-making in the classroom, in the boardroom, in the brainstorm, in the design studio, in the lab, the conference room, even in that Microsoft Teams meeting, and everywhere else decisions are made. That's when, slowly, you start to change the outcomes and opportunities for the people that you serve. I promise you that this insight will make all of you more effective leaders in the fields that you serve and deliver better results. Because it takes all of us bringing our expertise to the table and lifting up the expertise of others to do this work. And before I close, I want to acknowledge the ways in which this work is ongoing in Minnesota and here at the University of Minnesota. The Towards Recognition and University Tribal Healing, or Truth Project, released a report last month detailing the history between the University of Minnesota and the indigenous people and sovereign tribes in Minnesota Makoche. That history is challenging, and traumatic, and in many ways is still with us today. Whether you work here or learn here at the U of M or are in state government, we are operating in systems that were built on settler colonialism, land disposition, and the forced removal of indigenous peoples from this land. We must be intentional about facing the truths about these changing systems. As an Indigenous woman who graduated from the University of Minnesota and found a real home here, I am grateful for the truth-telling in this report. And I am incredibly grateful for the experts and the researchers who made this report possible, who are willing to share their stories and their truths. And as one of them remarked just the other day, we don't need all the research and citations as Indigenous people because our bodies keep the score. Now it is up to the University of Minnesota to hear these experts, to take action on the Truth Project, because when we know better, we do better. Wherever you go from here, whether you start your own company or work in a school or in a lab or at one of the many Fortune 500 companies here in our state, I want you to embrace what expertises you bring to the table, all of them. Do not shrink yourself. Do not be quiet. Do not make yourself small, because the state of Minnesota and this entire country needs you. We need the degree that is listed on your diploma, but it also includes your expertise as a parent or a caretaker, as a first-generation college student, a queer person, an immigrant, a homeowner or a renter, or someone who knows every word to every Beyoncé song. I use my degree from the University of Minnesota every single day, and I use my lived experience every single day, and that's the secret sauce. Wherever you go, you will make decisions that impact people who have different experiences and identities from you. So embrace your own story and expertise. Look for the expertise or the voices that are missing, the people with lived experience who would directly be impacted by your work or decisions. Know that when we expand the expertise in the room where decisions are being made, we change those decisions for the better. And when we change decisions, we change outcomes, and then we change systems. And that is the work ahead of us. But you're already prepared for it. I am so honored to be part of your day today. Congratulations to you and to all of the people who loved you into this moment. Chimigwech, thank you, and go Gophers.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Flanagan, for your heartfelt and inspiring words. We're so glad you could be here today to celebrate with our graduates. Greetings. You may be wondering why I'm here, but my name is Shri Zahir, and I'm Dean of the Carlson School of Management. It is customary for the dean of each college to present their class to the university leadership for consideration for their degree conferral. In that light, will the degree candidates from the Carlson School of Management please rise? Woo-hoo! As students of the Carlson School of 2023, you made strides tackling all kinds of vexing problems in businesses and nonprofits, pivoting to new careers, and even winning on Jeopardy! So we come to the business of today now. President Gable, Provost Crowson, Board of Regents, distinguished guests, family and friends, I would like to present the Carlson School of Management graduate class of 2023. Woohoo! And I now invite my colleague from the College of Continuing and Professional Studies to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Zahir. Welcome to everyone. My name is Bob Stein. I am the Dean of the College of Continuing and Professional Studies. And this thing is between me and you, but I would, as you're able, I would invite the degree candidates from the College of Continuing and Professional Studies to rise. We were talking up here, you are a small but mighty group of individuals who are completing a variety of master's degrees. Many of you follow non-traditional paths to arrive at this moment, and we couldn't be more proud of you for accomplishing your goal. On behalf of the faculty and staff in the college, thank you for allowing us to journey along with you to the completion of your degree. Go forth from this day and not only do well, but as you heard from the Lieutenant Governor, do good. President Gable, President Carlson, Board of Regents, distinguished guests, family and friends, I would like to present the College of Continuing and Professional Studies graduate students, the class of 2023. Thank you, and you may be seated. And with that, I would like to invite my colleague from the College of Design to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Stein. I'm Carol Strohecker, Dean of the College of Design. Will the degree candidates from the College of Design please stand as you are able? These students represent a variety of programs, the main professional degree in architecture and the more research-oriented Master of Science in Architecture, as well as the Master of Landscape Architecture degree, the PhD in Human Factors and Ergonomics, and the PhD in Design, which includes focuses on apparel design, product design, and retail merchandising. Our students and alumni consider both societal and environmental impacts of the things they study and create. They are making the world a better place. President Gable, Provost Carlson, Board of Regents, distinguished guests, family and friends, I would like to present the College of Design class of 2023. And now I invite my colleague from the College of Education and Human Development to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Strohecker. Greetings. My name is Michael Rodriguez, and I am the Dean of the College of Education and Human Development. Will the degree candidates from the College of Education and Human Development please rise as you are able? This class represents the world's next generation of leaders in education and human development. We are educators through early childhood, K-12, higher ed, into adult learning settings. We are talent developers. We are researchers, problem solvers, advocates, and leaders. President Gable, Provost Carlson, Board of Regents, distinguished guests, family, and friends, I am so happy and would like to present the College of Education and Human Development graduate class of 2023. And now I invite my colleague from the College of Liberal Arts.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is John Coleman. I'm the Dean of the College of Liberal Arts. And I will say to Lieutenant Governor Flanagan, when the screen fails and you forget your paper, thank goodness there's an iPhone. So I can read my remarks to you. Will the degree candidates from the College of Liberal Arts please rise? Today, our college makes history. You, our graduates, make history as we come together in the university's largest ever graduate commencement ceremony, a fitting and celebratory way to send off our graduates whose experiences have been filled with unprecedented and historic challenges. And now it's time for you to make some history of your own, to apply your empathy, innovation, and curiosity in becoming the leaders our global community needs. We are so proud of your accomplishments to date and excited for all the accomplishments and adventures that await you as graduates of the arts, humanities, social sciences, communications, health studies, and beyond. And now, President Gable, Provost Carlson, Board of Regents, distinguished guests, family and friends, I am proud to present the College of Liberal Arts Master's and Doctoral class of 2023. I now invite my colleague from the College of Science and Engineering to the podium.
Good evening. I'm Ellen Longmire, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs in the College of Science and Engineering. Will the degree candidates from the College of Science and Engineering please rise? On behalf of all the faculty in our college, congratulations on your achievements. As CSE graduates, you've learned how to address very challenging problems with no known solution. I'm confident that in the future, you are going to be the people that help us address grand societal challenges as they arise. I wish you the best in moving forward in your careers and your lives ahead. President Gable, Provost Carlson, Board of Regents, distinguished guests, family and friends, I would like to present the College of Science and Engineering graduates of 2023.
We'd also like to recognize those students from the professional schools who chose to celebrate with us today. Congratulations to them and to all of you on all of your amazing accomplishments. So now it's my pleasure to introduce Ann Sheldon. Ann is the chair of the University of Minnesota Alumni Association Board of Directors and is here to welcome you as the U's newest alumni. So last month, Ann retired from Medtronic as Vice President of Product Security. She's an alum of both the College of Science and Engineering, thank you, and the Carlson School of Management. Ann.
Thank you so much, President Gable. Good evening, soon-to-be graduates and their supporters. In just a few minutes, your journey as a student of the University of Minnesota will come to an end. But your journey as an alum of the University of Minnesota is just beginning. And this voyage will last a lifetime. But today is about you and your accomplishments. And so I want you to just take in this moment. Dance in this moment, enjoy it, and celebrate. I know a lot of people are asking you what's next, but right for today, just enjoy this moment. I remember a sense of pride in 1988 when I graduated, and I wish you the same. So today I'm here as a first-generation college graduate, a two-time alum, a huge Gopher fan, the proud mother of a son who is alumni of the College of Design, and someone who 40 years ago down the street in Territorial Hall met my partner and husband at the U. And tonight we're celebrating our 33rd wedding anniversary. So anything is possible here at the U, and you'll never know what you're going to take with you. This is your home, and the M now lives with you forever. I'm also here today on behalf of the University of Minnesota Alumni Association Board of Directors to congratulate you on your graduation. Your Alumni Association, or UMAA for short, was founded in 1904 so that an entire alumni family could stand as one and promote the greater good of the U. For the last 119 years, every generation of graduate has carried this selfless mission. Alumni of the past have initiated grand projects for this university, such as building Northrop Auditorium, investing in youth through student scholarships and internships, and creating MinnesotaAlumniMarket.com, the first and only store to exclusively promote and source products from alumni-owned businesses. Throughout our alumni family legacy, we have continually energized elected officials, business leaders, philanthropists, and each other, and to strengthen this university for the future ahead. So now it's up to you, the alumni of the future, to determine how great this university can be for the class of 2033, 2073, and the year 2123. So I invite you to stay informed about what's going on in your department, your college, and around campus. Become loyal readers of your alumni e-newsletter and magazines, like the Minnesota Alumni UMAA's magazine for members. It's never been easier to stay informed and involved with all things maroon and gold. I also invite you to join the Alumni Association as a member. So we're offering a discount, memberships to all of you. And the quicker you join, the sooner your Alumni Association can serve you. And I would offer for parents, it's a great graduation gift for your students. A global community of more than 500,000 alumni are here to help you go anywhere in the world with whatever your path you choose. So through the Alumni Association, you can find services and fellow alumni that are ready to help you. Celebrate and grow your U of M relationships, advocate for the U, and thrive personally and professionally. Class of 2023, I leave you with a quote from a famous Minnesotan, Bob Dylan. May you climb a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. On behalf of our Alumni Association and as a fellow alum, I wish you the best on your journey ahead. I have no doubt you will run into fellow alumni along the way, as we are truly everywhere in the world. Congratulations, and Skayuma. And now it's my pleasure to introduce you to Regent Johnson to confer your degrees.
To all the graduates, I extend my congratulations. Through your talent, hard work, and determination, you have earned this day of recognition. As you embark on what lies ahead, your career or continued education, carry your University of Minnesota degree proudly. But remember, it comes with great responsibility and expectation to positively contribute to your communities, the state of Minnesota, the nation, and the world. To all the families and friends joining us, thank you for your countless ways in which you supported these students as they've earned their degrees. Now, will the graduates please rise as they are able? Upon the recommendation of the faculty, by the authority of the Board of Regents of the University of Minnesota, and with the completion of all remaining degree requirements, I now confer upon you the degrees for which you are qualified. Congratulations, graduates. Now all please rise as you are able as we sing a song near and dear to all of us, Hail, Minnesota.
Okay. So thank you all for coming today. Please stay seated while the platform party processes. Thank you again. Congratulations. Safe travels. Go Gophers, Ski-U-Mah. Congrats, class of 2023.
They've requested one.
Oh, they've requested one more. The crochet. We never played that. The faux show. Here we go. 1 and 2.
Happiness is the truth.